LinkedIn has changed my life. The day I lost my job, I turned to this website, and I would not be standing here in front of you today if I would have not discovered LinkedIn. It's changed my life. The majority of the professional contacts that I make today and that I made over the last year and a half is through LinkedIn exclusively. Finally, I met through LinkedIn, social media. Most everything that I work with through JOBSDirectUSA, whether we volunteer, whether we collaborate, do events like this, it's all through LinkedIn. Very powerful website. And if you're not on it, really shame on you. You need to get on it. And use it effectively. It's just one thing just to register and be on it, but if you're not using it, then again, the train's left the station. It's a business-oriented social networking site. There's more than 60 million users on LinkedIn as of February 2008. Half of those are in the US. You have free access to build a business network. You can contact recruiters from virtually any company across the globe. Any company. Your LinkedIn profile serves as a virtual resume. You can join various industry-specific networking groups, and you can build your online presence and brand through LinkedIn. So, as I tell most folks, if you go to a chamber function, you might walk out there with 5 or 10 or so business cards. But you know what? You could be on LinkedIn, never leave your house, which I recommend. You'll see I recommend that you do. You go to networking events, but never leave your house, and you could have thousands of networking contacts on LinkedIn. Very powerful. So this is what a profile looks like. Like I was saying before, companies are looking to place the best talent because they need to find a way to get through this one way or another. So they need talented folks that have experience and have something to bring to the table, other than just a college degree. Most job seekers out there will rely solely on job boards. Others get aggressive, we go to LinkedIn, we turn to social media, but really, who's networking? That's what you have to ask yourself. But again, looking for a job is a full-time job. So it's up to you, really, to face the reality that you're competing again. There's about 15 million other job seekers out there, unemployed. That's just documented, that's what's accounted for. So if you're not out networking in person, if you're not out there using LinkedIn, you're really missing the boat because other folks are. Social media, the benefits of it. I'm going to share with you folks a quick success story before we wrap this up. It's called Clint's Story. And Clint's story is about Clint White. This is a pilot that lives in Port Orange, Florida. Now Clint, he turned to online networking as a last resort after being jobless for nearly 1 year and no interviews. I met Clint through LinkedIn. Through LinkedIn, I encouraged Clint to come to my pink slip parties, which he did in Orlando as well as in Jacksonville. And we really built a very good rapport. Now what happened after getting to know Clint was that he was coming to these events and there were no recruiters from Delta there. There were no recruiters for American Airlines or representing the aviation industry. So what I encouraged Clint to do was to start up a blog. I told him after one of my pink slip parties back in August, I said, Clint, you need to do something, man, to really stand out. Because obviously you're a pilot looking for work, your industry is not the best right now. You don't hear about a lot of job openings for pilots, so you need to do something to stand out. So this is what he did. He started a blog called HelpClintFindAJob.com. He blogged frequently about his job search and about his industry, being aviation. He instantly became what I call subject matter expert. Very simple concept, just start blogging. What you do on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, sharing your experiences. I told Clint, I said, you need to put all that stuff on the blog. And over a period of time, you're going to develop followers, visitors to your blog, and it's going to catch. What you're doing is you're building a brand for yourself. Again, what I said at the beginning, you're finding a way to stand out, which is what he did. So after being jobless for a year, he started up this blog in August, and by December, he landed 2 job offers directly as a result of his blog and his social networking efforts. He He was recently featured by CNN Money, and he credits his social networking to helping him become rehired. There's Clint right there. So this guy, Clint White, that was a job seeker, an unemployed pilot, for over 1 year did not receive a single interview. He starts up a blog, gets involved with LinkedIn and social networking, and you're seeing the proof right there. He's hired. It works. It's powerful stuff. And I was letting these folks know before, LinkedIn has changed my life. Just to recap a little bit, I started up JOBSDirectUSA back in 2008 after I lost my job. Turned to LinkedIn. I've met thousands of professional contacts through the service. That's how I've been invited. That's how I've met a lot of the folks that I work with nowadays to put on these seminars and these events to help job seekers. So if you're unemployed, there is something that you can do to keep busy while you're looking for a job. Let's volunteer. Get involved in your community. And Violet, perhaps you can touch on this since you're our resume expert. I tell folks, try adding volunteer to your resume to avoid having a noticeable gap on that resume.
If you don't know, I'm Violet with A+ professional resumes. I'm all over the community. I do a lot. I'm on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce in Hollywood. Here at the JC Hall here, I'm on the Junior Chamber of Commerce board. I'm chairman of the board for the Junior Chamber of Commerce. I was president last year. And I'm involved on numerous boards in the community. The Governor Charlie Chris appointed me to the Fellows Board in the state of Florida. So there's a lot of things that I do. And you can seek out those opportunities. And anything that is your profession, you can volunteer at different organizations. For example, you're an attorney, you can volunteer your services for any organization of your choice and do the things that you do as an attorney. In turn, that's going to close the gap on your resume, and you can put that down as relevant experience. You're in accounts payable, or whatever the case may be, and you want to change to insurance, the same thing applies to you. You do that type of thing and you get involved. For the students at the Beauty Academy, they can get involved and maybe for Locks of Love, for the Cancer Society, and they cut the hair of individuals that want to donate hair. There's just different things that you can do that's relevant to whatever position that you have, and you can volunteer those skills. And it's really important because A, you're giving back, which is I'm a huge proponent of. Obviously, that's why I'm here doing this with Carlos. No one's paying me, which, you know, I make a lot of money in my business, and I'm doing this for the community because I give back to my community. I grew up in the Hollywood area, and so I like to give back to our community, and it helps you meet so many different people. You don't know who you're going to meet, and it generates a lot of traffic. And again, Carlos, his organization, he started it as a volunteer thing as well. And you know, it's really important to give back to your community. So that's a stopgap measure to do that on your resume.
Yeah, so again, finding a job is a full-time job. Use this experience as an opportunity to give back to your community. Like Violet said, get involved with your local chamber, college, university, nonprofit organizations, JCs, bar association, etc., to be able to add some credibility to your experience. Start a job support group. I've helped a lot of folks do this, and I also have folks that volunteer to work with me to put on these events all over the country. So I can help you with that. Start up your own job support group. Again, you'd be surprised how far volunteering can take you. It's a numbers game, it really is, guys. Who you know is going to be what helps you find your next job. In addition to all these resources that I just discussed, it comes down to who you know. And it's a numbers game. The more people that you know, the more folks that you're connected with via LinkedIn, via these events that you go to, via volunteering, the better it is to improve your chances of finding that job.